thank you very much. Hey, are you paying attention? Young ones today. So I'm guessing Miss Oldberg heard everything from Lotta. I want to ask you about what happened around the time of the murder. Ah, I don't know anything about that. I was here getting ready. Getting ready? For what? The show, of course! Well, and the press conference afterwards. Cue mysterious music for a magical press conference. Anyway, I don't know anything about the murder. Ah, I see. But if you're talking about what I saw, that's different. I saw it very clearly. What? I saw the most important moment of that night. The most important moment? You don't mean, oh, so now you treat me with some respect, you disrespectful child? When you speak to your elders, you should always be polite. Really, kids these days. Please tell me, what did you see? The murder last night was gruesome, wasn't it? But then, what murder isn't? Please don't stray onto another tangent, please. If you want to hear more, then show your respect and bring this lady a present. Oh no, Pix. So let's see what she wants. Alright, I'll be honest with you for now. Then please, tell us what you saw. But oh, what a waste. And here I have a perfectly good chance to have a little fun at your young one's expense. I am a little devil after all. Doesn't that imply that you aren't a good person? Alright, I'll give you what you want. I don't know what she wants. I don't think I have enough evidence, blah blah blah. Okay, so let's go to the Viola Hall. Looks like the investigation is still in full swing. The hotel staff and the police are running around like a bunch of headless chickens. I wonder if we can do any investigation of our own in this kind of atmosphere. Well, gotta roll off the sleeves and try, I guess. Hey, you're here! Been waiting for you, Mr. Lawyer. Lotta? Hey, Mr. Cop fella! The thief showed his face. What? Arrest him, put him on trial, find him guilty, give him the death penalty. What's wrong, Lotta? Are you feeling alright? Looked here and there, and up and down the mountain, but it ain't here. So, don't you just hurry up and give it back to me, you creep. What are you looking for? My camera! Camera! It's my lifeblood. I'm going to die without my $700 camera. Your camera? Look, don't lots of people say that the criminal always comes back to the scene of the crime? And looky, here you are. Yep, here I am, faced with a lot of trouble. Huh? So, you lost your camera? It ain't no ordinary camera. You find it in a... You buy it in the store, it's $1,600 brand new. Huh? But didn't you just say you bought it for $700? I had a nice long talk with the guy at the store. About 5 hours, I reckon. Anyone would like to just get this mad woman out of my store. I made this itty-bitty scratch on it, and the manager got all huffed up in the face. He gave me his talking to, and was real mean about it. He done made me cry at that. And when did you lose your camera? Last night, after the murder happened. Must have been when I was busy running around looking into things. That's when I lost kind of my sight of my dear, dull, and expensive sweetie. Lotta, what did you capture with that expensive camera of yours? I don't rightly know. I snapped a shot of anything that caught my eye, so I don't remember. Besides, I couldn't get anything from a big scoop. I wonder if Lotta's missing camera is even connected to the murder. Lotta, please tell me what you know about what happened at the time of the murder. Well, from before the ceremony last night, I was hanging around here in this area. Yeah, actually, I was here until around the time Mr. Engarde was arrested. What were you doing here? You sure you went to school, city boy? Whenever a lot of heart goes, there's a story to be found, a big scoop to be had. A big scoop. I told you before, I'm gonna be the best talent photographer the world has ever seen. Reckon course, that means I'm always looking for this perfect shot. I wonder what scoop she was after all this time. After this time. Although, I was on the lookout for the other stars that went here. Yeah, exactly, Pix. That's exactly how I imagine it happened. Because, God, this woman. Lotta, are you sure you weren't here the entire time? So you could take a picture of your big scoop? Well, maybe I was. But that's what real journalists do. I got some juicy inside info. So I thought to myself, why should you not get a picture for the scoop? Picture for proof. What kind of story was it you would hang on here for? Whoops, sorry, Mr. Lawyer. Can't be telling you that. Trade secret, you know. Not again. Why does everyone have something to hide? We've been stopped, haven't we? Yeah, take that, Mr. Lawyer. I'm glad someone around here is happy. Miss Lotta and your I rule smile. We have other things to do, so we can go into Engarde's hotel room first. Where are we? We're in Mr. Matt Engarde's dressing room. This is our client's room. I wish we could, Maya. May I help you with something? You're Mr. Engarde's lawyers, correct? I gathered as much. I also looked for lawyers on my end, but to no avail. How did you know I'm his lawyer? You were just saying that he was your client. In a situation like this, the only person who would use such a word would be his lawyer. Wow. It's a simple deduction, really. The trial is tomorrow, and Mr. Engarde's situation is looking rather grim. So, you came here, one stop in your mad dash to find clues to build his case, correct? Well, you're not totally right, but you're not totally off either. It's really not the time to be showing off, Mr. Nick. I'm Adrian Andrews. I hate to waste time, so let's get down to business. Alright. She may be of small stature, but appearances can be deceiving. I assume the first thing you need to know is what everyone was doing that night, correct? Yes, that is correct. Then I will tell you. Before the awards ceremony, I had dinner with Mr. Engarde. In this very room, I might add. Dinner? What did you eat? I told you, I hate to waste time with trifling details. If you took a look at the table yourself, you wouldn't need to ask me. I bet she's a lot of fun at parties. When the award show was starting, I headed for Viola Hall. And after the show ended, you came back to this room? No. I had some small errands to run. I helped with the preparations in the lobby. Oh, preparations for the post-ceremony show, I guess. Oh? Who does she remind you of, Bex? When it was time for the post-ceremony show, I came back to call for Mr. Engarde. After that, I went to visit Mr. Cordia. And that's when you found his body, isn't it? You really held strong through everything? Yeah, she does seem to be mentally tough as nails. I mean, yes, she does look a little bit like Samus. So, about you and stop right there. You aren't seriously about to ask how Mr. Engarde and I are related, are you? So sorry, I had no idea how he could choose you as his lawyer. Why did she have to go and say something like that? Mr. Neck, calm down and hang in there. I'll give you a shoulder rub to relieve your stress later, okay? Pearls is just so sweet. I already gave you my name earlier, but I'll add that I'm Mr. Engarde's manager. His manager? Speaking of managers, did the victim, Mr. Cordia, have one? No, he did not. He didn't. Global Studios has a very different policy from Worldwide Studios in that Worldwide Studios do not assign individual managers to their staffs. I see. This industry is very ruthless and unforgiving. Actually, you look quite ruthless and unforgiving yourself to your poor partner. Dragging a little girl like her to a place like this, honestly. You're wrong, I'm doing this to help Mystic Maya. Pearls, calm down and hang in there. I'll buy you juice later, alright? This is just so sweet. There's a giant bone sitting on the plate. I don't really like meat. There's something weird about this plate. I just wish I could put my finger on what it is. Looks like the dishes left over from dinner, and a dinner for two at that. I'm sure they're Mr. Engarde and Miss Andrews' plates. Looks like they have T-bone steaks. What's with Global Studios and T-bone steaks? T-bone steaks are delicious. Seriously. They're a bit hard to cook, I think, but it is delicious. Oh. I mean, the series is aware of itself. There's some samurai looking clothes in the sofa here. I think the jacket looking thing is called a happy. Whatever it is, I'm sure something like that would make a great souvenir. Maya would be absolutely thrilled. It's probably Mr. Engarde's suitcase. For someone who was only going to be here for an award show, this is a lot of stuff. Looks like he has about 3 days worth of clothes in here. Styles really are different from us, aren't they? That's the bedroom over there. That's a bed? Wow, they have really big beds here. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, we have assassins instead, Mayana. Who needs mafia when we have assassins? Nope, she doesn't care. Let's ask you about him. I asked to become Mr. Engarde's manager. He's a pleasure to manage with his nice disposition. Mr. Engarde does seem like a rather weak-willed man, always doing as he's told. He's always saying, my manager, right, Mr. Nick? Did you know the victim, Mr. Corida? Yes, I knew him. The world is such a small place after all. Did you know about his rivalry with the Nickel Samurai? Honestly, they were like children when it came to that. Around time and time again, those two competed with each other over the most trivial things. If either one of them wasn't so stubborn, then maybe none one would have to die. I've got a hunch that this woman knows more than she's letting on. She must know why Juan Corrida was killed. Do you have any ideas? As to why Mr. Corrida was murdered? Why would you ask me about such a thing? I'm just doing my job. So, do you have any ideas? Miss Andrews! Sorry, but there's nothing more I have to add to this conversation. Is it a psych log, Mr. Nick? Yes. There's getting to be more and more of these lately. So we have nothing to go for here, so let's go into the next room. Mr. Nick, where are we? We're in Mr. Juan Corrida's room, Pearls. Mr. Corrida's? The victim? which makes this a crime scene too. Oh, it's you. So, what happened? The kidnapper, has he contacted you again? Not yet. He probably won't until Mr. Engarde's acquittal. You doing okay, pal? Hanging in there? I just want Maya to be alright. We don't have a lot of time left, but I'm gonna help you as much as I can, pal. Can you do that? Even if we want to look around the crime scene? Just this once. Special circumstances, right, pal? I'll even tell you everything I know, but you gotta keep quiet. It's my neck on the line here. Thank you. Oh, that's right. I've got you guys a map of the hotel, pal. Here we go, little missy. Wow, you're giving it to me? Thank you. Haha, wouldn't want you to get lost in a hotel this big for its own good. Mr. Nick, I got a map. That's great, Pearls. But Mr. Nick, I can't read what it says. So let's see, what does this look like? Oh, that's guide map, partial. This is the only thing that's relevant. Okay, let's start here. Do you know what was the cause of death? Well, technically the final autopsy report isn't out yet, but one look at the victim should tell you, pal. It should? Yeah, here's a picture. There's a knife in his chest. Yeah, pal, that's the murder weapon. So he was stabbed to death. They're looking at the fingerprints down at the lab right now. There were fingerprints on the knife? Yep. And it looks like they're pretty sure it's Mr. Engarde's prints, pal. That's bad. Real bad. Why was Mr. Engarde arrested? Because we had evidence on him. Evidence? It looks like the victim, Juan Corrida, really put up a big fight. Yeah, one look at the crime scene and you can tell. What? I mean, I don't know. I would say no. It'll be crippling for sure, but not necessarily a killing shot. The follow-up will be though. Well, yeah, during the fight his button came off. Mr. Engarde said something about a button. Something like one of those Jammin' Ninja buttons that got caught on his Akama. That's not all. What? There was a witness, pal. A witness? Who is it? That lady. Miss Oldbag. Please, anyone but her. The prosecution has plenty of evidence to make a solid case. Not to mention, there was something around where the Vic was that's a little off. Something that's a little off? As in that's for you to figure out, pal. Alright, let's try to figure it out, Mr. Nick. Oh. Okay, so let's see, we have some, this is a guitar case, I guess. It's a little beat up, but still usable. That's strange, the guitar is not here. Maybe he forgot to bring it to the show. But Mystic Maya, she said the Bright Red guitar was the Jammin' Ninja's signature item. That's true. Huh? The guitar case is wet, but it's only wet on top of the lid. Yeah, there's no water inside the case. This is water, isn't it? Bottles of cosmetics are scattered all over the floor. This is probably where Mr. Corrida fought his assailant. Where are these bits of glass from? A flower vase, maybe? There are flowers on the floor, but I don't know what they are. You don't know much about flowers, do you, Mr. Nick? It's a beautiful wine glass, and there's tomato juice in it. Ew, tomato juice! I don't really like it that much. Tomato juice needs to have some additional spice in it for it to be good. I do enjoy me some Bloody or Virgin Mary, but it needs to have this spice in it for me to actually like it. There's a bottle of it on the table over there. That's probably where it came from. But does it seem weird? What seems weird? I mean, everything else is scattered all over the floor. She's right. The flower vase was broken and the makeup is strewn everywhere. Why is this glass the only thing that's still alright? It looks like Mr. Corrida had dinner last night. This bottle, it's tomato juice. We had a lot of food at the award show last night, but I wonder if the stars had gone on stage after only eating a meager meal like this. So that's a bed, right? Yep, it's big, but it's a bed. Ah, Mr. Nick, it's so soft! Big beds must be a rarity for her. I think that's all we can get from this screen. It's a suitcase. There are so many things in it that it barely closes. There's clothes, a dryer, an electric shaver, a calculator. Do all stars bags too much stuff like Mr. Corrida? Wow, there are a lot of bears! Alarm clock ones, collector editions, stuffed teddies, plastic models. It's pretty overwhelming. Is there a kind of bear he doesn't have? There's even a few in the trash can. Yeah, I get the feeling maybe the guy didn't really like bears. Poor teddies. I don't think I want to bear with the trauma of the last case. That last case caused me. Yeah, Phoenix. Why do you have to bear with it? What's wrong, Mr. Nick? It's so messy here. Pearls really likes things neat and tidy, I take it. There are a lot of electronic things in here that I've never seen before. Hey, Mr. Nick, tell me what they are, pretty please? Okay, what's over there is a watch. You wear it on your wrist. I know what a watch is. Oops, for a second there, I forgot I was talking with Pearls, not Maya. So about this wine glass. Ha, so you noticed it, pal. The whole crime scene was a mess, but this glass was the only thing that was untouched. You noticed that too, Detective Gumshoe? No, actually, Miss Von Karma noticed it first. Yeah, Pearls noticed it before me too. Hey, wait a minute. So does that mean that Miss Von Karma is here at the hotel? Yeah, she's around. Man, you're gonna be in so much trouble, pal. Especially if she catches you in here. Well, you can bet that the instant I see her, I'll be running at the 1,000 meter dash. What is that beeping noise, Mr. Neck? I've heard this sound somewhere before. This was from Karma. Huh? For some reason, whenever I hear that sound, she pops out of nowhere and whips me. Come to think of it, that's exactly what happened the last time. Sorry, I gotta make myself scarce. Later, pal. Ow! At last, you reveal your true nature, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Oh, would it be too much to ask for you to be nice to me for a change? So, you're the type to steal information from pitifully hopeless detectives. And that's very dishonorable of you. How? Hey, don't you dare run away, Mr. Scruffy McTrenchcoat. Ah, I didn't think the detectives of this country could be this pitiful. Oh, detective, come over here for a second. I feel better knowing at least that you were a man enough to face your punishment. He was so scared, he just froze up on the spot. Mr. Phoenix Wright, you have soiled my perfect prosecution record. I'll never forget that. This time, victory is mine. Victory is yours? Is that all this means to you? What? Come, Scruffy. The investigation briefing is about to begin. Yes, sir. This isn't over yet. I swear on my family's honor. How? What did you throw at me now? What is this? Well, I guess this means I gotta get back to the precinct now, pal. If you ever need me, come down to the criminal affairs department, alright? And if you can, try not to let Miss Von Karma see you. Mr. Nick, what is this piece of paper? It's called an autograph. Autograph? The paper's got Mr. Corrida's name written on it, so it's his autograph. I can't read it all. To be honest, I've never seen writing that looks like this. It's a special way of calling, a way of writing called cursive. Look here, see how it says, "To my dearest Wendy" in normal letters here. This is sloppy, unreadable writing. It's crazy and cruel to give this to someone. Hold on. Wendy. I've heard that name somewhere before. Oh, Mr. Wright, how are you? Ah, Mr. Powers, have you been here this entire time? Yeah, people connected to the murder aren't allowed to go home, let alone leave. Can you tell me a little bit more about the Nickel Samurai TV show? Okay. The Nickel Samurai is an action hero program aimed towards kids. It's a sequel to the Steel Samurai. I see. This time, there are three samurai brothers, Aluminum Samurai, Tin Samurai, and of course the Nickel Samurai. It's a love Y in the old Tokyo. I see. Wait! A love what? A love Y. This girl, Sayo, works at the tea shop and all the three guys fall for her at the same time. Oh, I guess the Y shape is like the three brothers colliding over this one girl. Anyway, Sayo is actually the daughter of the evil Strawberry Clan's leader. Sounds like an unusual situation, like Romeo and Juliet, times 3. Yeah, strange thing is, this sort of forbidden love story is really big with the office ladies. Yes, Pearl? What happens next? I want to know. Miss Sayo, does Miss Sayo fall in love? She does, doesn't she? Every Sunday at 8 AM. I'm going to stop watching kids' masterpiece theater starting this week. I can't believe she's really considering it. So, what's this Java Ninja TV show like? It started from a remake of an old movie, to tell you the truth. The Java Ninja was like the samurai shows, is geared towards the kids. It's a story of a ninja who can't scale a wall but became a big pop star anyway. What? He was a really lousy ninja. Absolutely couldn't do any ninja things at all. But boy, could he sing! With his trusty red, bright